Bitcoin is below 30k again, but just before we shift our sentiment from excited to panic selling, let's check the facts, because we have two major things which happened in the last 24 hours, which can explain the price action and also give us some price targets for the near-term future. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and we can start. So let's start first with Bitcoin. As you can see, right now we are at 29,553. By the time this video goes out, this can be 30 again or 29, who knows. However, as you can see, I have here some lines, an arrow, okay, with multiple movements, and this is what I'm expecting actually. However, I'm gonna try to tell you what are the reasons I'm expecting this price action, and may or may not happen. We might have a more bullish scenario. However, at this moment, this is what I think. Now, the reason is the following. SEC sued Bittrex with unregistered operations calls 6 tokens securities. Now, which coins, that's not really the most important part. What is important is that Gary Gensler is continuing his crusade, his war against crypto, and I think we shifted this sentiment, we buried out the hatchet from underground, because nowadays whenever an exchange is sued, they just come back at the SEC. Their response is very different from what we saw last year or the year before, because right now they just see that Gary Gensler is weakening, the SEC is just suing everybody left and right, and that now they can see that it's just a crusade. Okay, it's not regulatory, and they're not afraid to go into the lawsuit. They don't want to settle, and they claim that Gary Gensler just wants to destroy crypto, and they know that the people are on their side, and also some politicians, which is obviously very important. So this one, these stories, if they come out in a good way, meaning that, I don't know, 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 are coming out with the exchange winning the lawsuit, I think that will be very bullish for us. We can see that they are not afraid. Obviously, they also have money for the lawsuit. And people right now, the crypto community, they don't get scared of these lawsuits. They just say, go exchange and win this. We got to a point, crypto being so big, that lawsuits from the SEC are, I don't want to say they are bullish, but they're not bearish anymore, for the simple fact that when you have too much or too many of something, people just get bored and they become immune to the threats, and that is what's happening with the SEC. So next one, what is the second reason for the dip, the second reason for this bearish price target on the short term? Well, believe it or not, the dollar is going to come back. Now, here is the DXY, and I don't know if you are familiar with it, probably you are. The DXY is the dollar's value against other currencies, okay? And as you can see, it had a huge dip, and right now we just formed a W. Now this can be a double bottom, which is bullish. It means that it might have a comeback. Now what we need right now with the dollars, with the dollar, we don't want it to confirm the W, meaning that if it comes back here and does something like this, then we will see a bearish action on the stock market, on the cryptocurrencies, everywhere. That is what we don't want to see. However, we might see something like this. We might see it coming back to the 103. We might see it breaking the downward resistance, which is obviously again not a bullish sign for the assets, for crypto and stock. However, I do think that this 104 will stop it. We will spend some time, and after that we will just fall again. Now don't misunderstand me. I don't want the dollar to fall. I don't want the dollar to crash, because that is worse than having a bullish cryptocurrency price action. What I want is a stable dollar, like something like this, okay? Something like this, so the dollar could just stay in this same level, and in the meantime the money to flow into the cryptocurrencies, into Bitcoin, Ethereum and the smaller coins. With the flow it does usually with the cycle of the bigger coins, and then just flowing down to the smaller cap altcoins. Now, this is not going to happen, obviously, as we would like to. The dollar will not stay in this same position for the simple fact that it is traded by trillions of dollars. Therefore, it has some kind of a volatility, which will have some effect on Bitcoin. However, since Bitcoin is now showing the beginning of the bull market, the Fed didn't change anything in their strategy just yet. We are waiting for the FOMC meeting in May. Bitcoin just needs to correct because we had a nice run up, right? And what we need to do right now is Bitcoin to just come back to the 28,700, 500. That would be a healthy correction. As you can see, it didn't even come down right now to the 29. I mean, it just touched the 29,000 and it bounced back. However, if we have this kind of a price action, that is still bullish and it is a higher low. One thing which we don't want to happen, and it's the following. We don't want it to do something like this. That would be bad. That would be bad because that would be a lower low. That would be a confirmation of maybe a head and shoulders, and that would be a confirmation of a trend pivot. That's what we don't want. That's what I don't want to see. So as long as Bitcoin will stay in this range here, in this consolidation, as long as it just hovers around the $28,000-$29,000, maybe just dips out, comes back again, tries this resistance, and then maybe confirms, I am happy because I know that this is a healthy correction, this is a healthy price action. And in the meantime, I just want to specify that if we have this price action for Bitcoin and the Bitcoin dominance will continue to go down here, I hope you can see it. Yes, you can. Just let me bring here the numbers. So if the Bitcoin dominance will go down here, let's see, it goes back to the 43-44%, we will have some huge numbers in the green for the altcoins. And today we are gonna cover 3 of them because yesterday I made 4 shorts and there were 3 altcoins. So let's just check again what those altcoins are doing. First of all, we always cover EGLD. That is what we like. So EGLD is at 43, 42.97. I think the price action right now is pretty good. We have only one problem which I see on the 4 hours, and that is that it got stuck below the 21 moving average on the 4 hour. That is always not, I don't want to say bad, but it's not great because it's an extra resistance. So what I want from EGLD is just to go back above this 21 moving average. This will come something like this, confirm and just go forward. EGLD is underperforming comparing to other altcoins. Most of them went up like 50-70%. EGLD went up around 30%. So EGLD is underperforming and I am waiting for it to pop, to go up. However, the MultiversX ecosystem is doing great. For example, ZoidPay had like a 40% breakout here. And yeah, I mean, what else can you wish for? And they didn't even start the big announcements, the big releases, and the big listings on the exchanges. So that's what I'm waiting for. So on ZoidPay, I'm very bullish right now. But let's go back to EGLD. So where are the resistances? I mean, you can see the lines, you can see the scribbles here. These are here for several weeks, okay? These are not the lines, and you can see on my videos, if you look back, we have these resistances for very long, and this is what we need to break first, $44. Once we break the $44, I think it's a short matter of time until we get to the 48.50, and yeah, we need to break out from this trend, from this downward trend. I think you can see it. I showed it many times, and this is coming from June 22nd, so almost half a year, not exactly half a year, maybe 10 months only, but still this is a huge falling wedge. So once we break out from this huge falling wedge, and let me check on the daily, so once we just break out from here, then I think we will have some nice price targets, and for me the first one will be $120. So yeah, let's watch this zone. Let's see when EGLD breaks out at the 50, confirms, and yeah, big run. Next one, MATIC. Now MATIC is always interesting for me. First of all, many people are trading it, and second of all, it's always interesting to see how much liquidations happen on MATIC. MATIC is a stable altcoin, meaning that you can trade it. However, I will be honest with you, I also lost money with MATIC. Now MATIC is stuck between these two blue lines, okay? And yesterday in the short I drew this line, so this is what I still think will happen if Bitcoin continues to correct. Now, if Bitcoin starts to rally, I think we will have a short crash on the altcoins, maybe something like this, and then up. Remember, we are on the brink of a bull market, or we are in a relief rally, in a bear market rally. Therefore, prices don't behave like they did last year. Very often we will see a long consolidation, a long correction, and then up, because that is how it works with the altcoins. So yeah, at this point it is very risky to trade. I trade small sum, high leverage, you know, risk reward, right? But yeah, be careful with the trading, and especially with leverage, because you can lose the money very fast. Last one which I want to cover, because I covered it yesterday in the short video, is Arbitrum. And believe it or not, I was shorting it, yes, because Arbitrum was confirming the break of the 21 moving average on the 4-hour. I was very confident that, okay, this moving average will hold it below. The RSI was also going towards the 50. Therefore, I was thinking that, okay, this is a good short, and it will have a nice price target of around 1.46, as you can see here. However, Arbitrum just decided to shoot out and went up. Obviously, a stop loss, it's not a liquidation. Always use stop loss. My stop loss was at 1.67, and I knew that if it breaks the 1.67, then yeah, I just need to let it go, because Arbitrum is going to rip it, and that is what it's doing. It is in price discovery right now, so it's not much we can do right now. I wouldn't touch it, I wouldn't long it, I wouldn't short it, because it's very risky. So be careful with it, and also it's a very young coin. So make sure that you keep an eye on Bitcoin. Make sure that you understand what is happening before you panic. Make sure that you follow the news, some of them, not all of them, because there is also a lot of FUD and a lot of excitement, and you have to select carefully what you are watching. However, until Bitcoin breaks this line here, we are golden and we are in a bull market. So don't panic, everything is fine. This is a normal correction, and subscribe if you like the content. See you in the next video.